Coming up on LUTV News, another wave of winter weather is hitting the metro area. We will tell you just how bad it will get.
Plus, Bernie Sanders secures a win in New Hampshire. We will have everything you need to know coming up.
And the Missouri Senate is debating how much you might pay at the pump.
Those stories and more ahead on LUTV News. Welcome to this edition of LUTV News. I'm Hunter Capstick.
And Catherine Jacome. First up today, we are going to check in with Caroline Campbell for an update on some nasty weather.
Looks like we are going to continue to get a mix of rain and snow the rest of the day. As you can see, there is wet weather coming in from the southwest. What you'll get depends on if you're north or south of St. Louis. We've also got an Arctic blast coming in that is going to bring some of the coldest air of the season. I'll have more on the Wednesday weather outlook as well as the rest of the week later in my full weather segment.
Senator Bernie Sanders is picking up some momentum after his victory Tuesday in the New Hampshire primary. The self-described Democratic Socialist from Vermont narrowly edged out former South Mayor Pete Buttigieg by about 4,000 votes.
The reason that we won tonight in New Hampshire, we won last week in Iowa, is because of the hard work of so many volunteers. And let me say tonight that this victory here is the beginning of the end for Donald Trump.
Buttigieg, however, actually leads Sanders in collecting Democrat delegates 22-21. The Democratic primary contenders now head to Nevada for next weekend caucus, and then to South Carolina on the 29th.
Former Empire actor JUSSIE SMOLLETT has been indicted in Chicago on 6 counts of disorderly conduct by Special Prosecutor Dan Webb. The charges stem from a 2019 incident where the actor claimed he was the target of a hate crime in Chicago. No warrant has been issued. SMOLLETT is due in court this upcoming May.
The Missouri Highway Patrol was able to seize 45 pounds of marijuana and other drugs in a traffic stop along I-70 Tuesday morning. An Oregon man was pulled over in Cooper County west of St. Louis for speeding and lane violations. During the traffic stop, K-9 officer Rodney, with his sharp nose, sniffed out the contraband hiding in suitcases and plastic totes. The patrol says that over the past weeks, Rodney has found over 200 pounds of marijuana and 3 stolen guns during traffic stops.
A car went crashing into a house in Florissant on Tuesday afternoon. The accident happened on Peonies Drive just after 12:30 p.m. An elderly man and woman were in the car when they crashed into the house. Both victims suffered minor injuries and were taken to a local hospital. Authorities have not yet said what caused the crash. A Chesterfield man has died after being hit by a car on a St. Louis interstate. St. Louis County Police shut down the westbound lanes of I-44 near Route 141 after 51-year-old Terry Allen was fatally struck early Wednesday morning around 5:15. State troopers say Allen was in the center lane when he was hit by an unknown driver who left the scene. Traffic was diverted until about 9 a.m. The investigation into why Allen was on the interstate is continuing.
Straight ahead on LUTV News, 2 senior citizens are found dead in O'Fallon.
Details on that story and more up next.
For a tripod, I was your above-average 4-legged homie, and then wham, bam, minivan. Some people pity me. Now that's lame. I still run, fetch, and swim. And the ladies love me. I'm the ultimate wingman. Just don't ask me to high five.
Police are investigating two mysterious deaths at an O'Fallon senior living home. A 52 and 65-year-old man and woman were found dead by a maintenance worker. Upon further investigation, police say that there are no signs of foul play or anything suspicious. The fire department initially thought that there was a hazard, but it turned out some of the monitoring equipment had been set off by air fresheners. Police will continue their death investigations.
A man has been charged after he allegedly poured corrosive liquid on a dog, leaving the animal with a 50% chance of survival. 45-year-old Rodney Johnson is facing 1 count of animal torture and 1 count of aggravated animal cruelty. Animal torture is a Class 3 felony and the animal cruelty charge is a Class 4 felony. Johnson is being held on a $40,000 bond. A Missouri bill proposed by State Senator Bob Onder of Lake St. Louis would ban public colleges and universities from offering in-state tuition discounts to students living in the United States illegally. The bill had a hearing before the Senate Education Committee on Tuesday afternoon.
The policy of having an in-state tuition rate that is lower by more than half of the cost of educating represents a decision to subsidize the tuition of Missouri residents as opposed to that of out-of-state residents. Why then should Missouri taxpayers, parents, and students be forced to subsidize those illegally present in our country when such benefits are not available to Americans?
A 2009 law already bars publicly funded colleges from offering those students financial and state-funded scholarships and grants.
Missouri senators have passed a resolution that would change legislative redistricting. Senators vote 22-9 in support of a proposed ballot measure that would throw out the Clean Missouri redistricting arrangement that voters approved in 2018. The resolution would go back to a bipartisan commission responsible for redistricting instead of current nonpartisan setup. The proposal will now head to the Republican-controlled House for consideration. A proposal to raise Missouri gas tax by 2 cents per gallon is up for debate again in the Missouri Senate. The bill could raise the fuel tax from 17 cents to 19 cents per gallon, while also hiking the diesel fuel tax in 6 cents per gallon. Voters rejected a similar Prop D measure on ballot in 2018. If passed into law, the tax increase could be intended to help with repairs and maintenance for the state's roads and bridges. Lawmakers estimate the plan would raise more than $100 million per year.
Thanks, Catherine. It's been pretty wet out there.
It sure has. I hope it won't last much longer. Caroline, what do we have to look forward to?
Expect low temperatures the rest of the week with it warming up this weekend. But will the rain continue after Wednesday? Find out after the break.
I like to eat apples and bananas. I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat apples and bananas?
Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Oh, Vanessa. You gonna text her back?
Nope. I'm high. I'm gonna hit the treadmill.
You're already making good decisions when you're high.
We need to go meet the guys. I'm lit. Can you drive?
Nope. I'm high. How about they come over?
Where?
Don't make an exception when it comes to driving. If you feel different, you drive different.
Welcome back. As you can see, there is snow and rain coming from the southwest. Looks like the St. Charles area is right on the line of snow and rain. We will be getting wet weather the rest of the day. Rain or snow depends on your north or south of St. Louis. We've also got an Arctic blast coming in that is going to bring some of the coldest air of the season. Now let's take a look at our local weather map. Looks like there is no escaping this wet weather as it is surrounding the entire St. Louis area. It's currently 37 in St. Louis and Maryland Heights and 36 across the river in St. Charles. Further west, it's also 36 in St. Peters and 35 in O'Fallon. While the snow and rain is going to stop tomorrow, don't expect warmer weather Thursday. Expect a high of 23 and a low of 3 degrees on Friday. It will be sunny, but with only a high of 26. Moving into the weekend, it does get a little warmer with a high of 46 and a high of 53 on Sunday. That's all I have for weather. Stay dry, everyone.
Residents in O'Fallon may lose their rural views. Missouri American Water is trying to build a 140-foot water tower to help increase water pressure for residents, as well as allow for more water to be available to rescue services. The original tower was only supposed to be 40 feet high, but MAW is appealing to zoning to allow them to build a larger tower. They say the larger tower will help them get over some of the gravity issues, as well as allow for better usage of the hydroelectric systems. To do so, they will have to take down some of the forests on the lands the company has owned since the 1980s.
John May MacArthur, founder of Johnny Mac's, has died. He passed Monday, February 10th from pneumonia and cardiac arrest. Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods was founded in 1967 at the border of Sunset Hills and Crestwood. The sporting goods store eventually expanded into Illinois, Michigan, Indiana, and Missouri. Last year, the chain sold part of its business and began closing stores due to increased competition. John MacArthur was 92 years old. There was a scary moment last night at the Blues game. Did you get a chance to catch it, Catherine?
I didn't, but saw the footage, and we are all concerned about the Blues defenseman. Seth, what's the latest update?
Yes, it was certainly a scary moment for players on both sides of the ice last night. All of the latest on Blues defenseman Jay Bouwmeester when we come back.
It's for you. There's free food right there, junk food. You see that truck? Oh, jeez. It's a 2 Michelin star chef. All for free, ladies and gentlemen. All for free.
Here we have a panzanella with summer vegetables and pesto. Enjoy it. How we doing?
Fantastic. So what do you got going on underneath that plate there?
This food is really about to be thrown away.
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with this food? Where did you get it from?
From farmers markets. They put aside the ugly vegetables and the ugly fruits.
Carrot top, soft avocados. It was all food that was going to be discarded.
Even the drink you had is made from like a little bruised peach. Did it taste a little bruised?
Great. It's good.
The average person throws away 24 pounds of food a month.
That's a lot.
Isn't that a lot? Go visit SaveTheFood.com for more information. Thank you. Junk food time!
Welcome back, everyone. A scary night in the hockey world Tuesday night as defenseman Jay Bouwmeester collapsed after a line change. The Blues played the Ducks in Anaheim Tuesday night, and with the game tied at 1, Bouwmeester had what's been announced as a cardiac episode. The 36-year-old is still in the hospital with his dad, who is on the team's annual father's trip. Bouwmeester has played in over 1,200 games since his league debut in 2002, playing for the Florida Panthers and the Calgary Flames before his longest tenure with the Blues. Blues general manager Doug Armstrong is scheduled to talk to the press late Wednesday afternoon. It's 80 degrees and sunny in Jupiter, Florida Wednesday as the St. Louis Cardinals take the first step to starting the 2020 Road to the World Series. Pitchers and catchers report Wednesday to Roger Dean Stadium as fans get a taste of baseball once again. For many Cardinal fans, Jack Flaherty posts a major interest, and if he picks up where he left off last season, he could be an early candidate for this year's Cy Young. Adam Wainwright will be back on the bump this year as well, as many speculate his retirement following the season. And newcomer 31-year-old Kwang Yoon Kim from South Korea is drawing major attention in Florida as the Southpaw is open to filling any role but has his eyes set on the 5th spot in the rotation. The full Redbird squad is scheduled to report on Monday, February 17th. With men's volleyball here at Lindenwood just past the midway point of a 17-match homestand to begin the season, some exciting news came at the start of the week. Chicago area native and Lindenwood freshman A.J. Lewis was announced as OffTheBlock.com's National Freshman of the Week. Lewis collected 33 kills for the team over the weekend against California State University Northridge. The outside hitter also grabbed 20 digs and 13 blocks, helping the Lions win both matches and bringing the season's record to 7-4. Head coach Joe Koscheff talked about the team rallying behind Lewis's recognition.
And the guys were pretty pumped too. You know, they kind of see it via social media and they get a little amped up that way too. So you know that there's going to be the likes, the retweets and all that. So it was a pretty good reaction by everybody. But again, it's just kind of promoting and growing the game, getting the word out there of these small feats.
The Lions continue the homestand this week, facing Purdue Fort Wayne on Thursday at 7 and Loyola University Chicago on Saturday at 4. Late last month, Kobe Bryant, a legend to the basketball and sports world, passed away. I had the chance to catch up with a couple of Lindenwood athletes to discuss his role in their development. Kobe Bryant offered many lessons to the world of sports. How to be a leader, how to win, and how to push yourself all come to mind. Tragically, on January 26, Kobe Bryant, his daughter Gianna, and 7 others passed away in a helicopter crash. While the news shook the sports world, time has allowed some Lindenwood athletes to look at what Kobe, as a role model, has taught them.
The fadeaway, that I'll probably really get it from Kobe. My game actually got compared to Kobe during AAU because that's something I do probably about 50% of the time when I'm in the post.
Kobe stemmed the idea of Mamba mentality from his nickname, the Black Mamba. It inspired an entire book and is about, quote, focusing on the process and trusting in the hard work when it matters most.
Mamba mentality, you know, with everything you do, you know, he wants to win in everything he does, even if it's brushing his teeth in the morning. So I took that and I respected that as with his game.
For these athletes and many others, they'll always remember how they felt when they heard the news.
I was heartbroken and sad because it was Kobe Bryant and a lot of people looked up to him, and then the fact that hearing him and his daughter, because I'm a father, so that made me a little teary-eyed.
All too often, a moment like this comes along and reminds us all of what's important.
Remembering those you love, you know, stuff like that. Cherish every moment. Nothing's lasts forever, so just make sure you cherish every moment and stick by those.
Role models feel invincible in every aspect sometimes, but as long as their lessons live on in us, they'll live on forever. For LUTV News, I'm Seth Chilcutt. That's all for sports today. Back to you, Catherine.
Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Fortunately, one of our reporters was able to visit a local florist to find out what it takes for a florist to get ready for the holiday. We also got insight on what's popular for Valentine flowers and how you can still get your sweetheart the prettiest flowers or bouquets.
We actually started in January preparing for Valentine's Day. So as soon as Christmas is over, we start checking in with our farms because our orders have to be in usually around January 10th to January 15th is the cutoff to secure all of your flowers that you're going to need for Valentine's Day. So it's a little bit of a hedge. You have to figure ahead because the flowers are being cut and already stored away for Valentine's Day right after Christmas. Everything's available. Everybody has individual tastes. Just depends. Some people have a preference for hydrangea. Some people love traditional roses. Some people love mixed bouquets or something exotic, more with like a cymbidium orchid, or bells of Ireland, birds of paradise. So there really isn't just a set design. The traditional floral arrangement is a dozen red roses because it shows the mass amount of love you have for somebody. Call us at 636-724-3939 or go to the website, which is Misty'sEnchantedFlowers.com, which is one of our wire services, or Misty'sEnchantedFlorist.com, and you can place your order on the website. You can call the shop. Wait until Friday. Probably not going to be able to deliver. However, they can come to the shop. And we'll get anything ready for people. As they walk in, we'll make sure we get something ready for them.
With just 2 days before the holiday, the Valentine's rush is on. For more information on Misty's Enchanted Flowers, visit Misty'sEnchantedFlowers.com.
Ted Drewes opens its doors Wednesday. The St. Louis favorite opened for the new season at 11 o'clock this morning for the first time since closing down for its seasonal closure in early January. So head on down to 6726 Chippewa in St. Louis and get yourself some famous Ted Drewes.
The San Luis Aquarium just got a little larger. Meet Coconut. She is Eliana's two-toed sloth and will celebrate her first birthday on February 20th. Appearances from Coconut will be random for a while until she acclimates to new environment, but look forward to seeing her brought out on a regular basis. Employees hope she, along with the other various animals they bring out, will enhance the visitor experience and provide a platform for learning.
That's it for this edition of LUTV News. I'm Hunter Capstick.
And Catherine Hakome. Thank you for joining us.